There isn't a flaw in the system when it comes to getting a guy paid. He had been, I think, maybe the only franchise tag player
that was
who
still
didn't
left,
have a long-term deal.
Yeah, right.
And it used to be July 15. That's the deadline for doing a long-term deal if you're franchise tag. After that, you can only do a 1-year deal.
They're getting in front of this stuff.
Well, you know why they're getting in front of it? Because why are we going to let this string out into July, have the guy not here for the offseason, and then the first year of his second contract.
And we get so desperate now, we maybe give him a little more than we wanted.
Right.
Or whatever
and then
else.
the first year of the second contract, he's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wonder why. Because he didn't play.
Yeah, he's not in shape.
He didn't participate.
Right.
And so let's just bite the bullet. Let's just get it done. Let's not be stupid. We want this guy. We need this guy. And now they got him back in the building for the OTAs.
Yeah.
It was smart.
It was smart.
Because you're going to have to pay it anyway. You're going to have to do it anyway. This gets back to the why do you wait Dallas Cowboys to do these deals. They're never going to get cheaper. Just do it. Just get it done. And to their credit, the Buccaneers do it with a 4-year deal. It replaces the $17 million franchise tag, and it is a real $21 million per year for 4 years. Gets him back at the table when he's still south of 30 and, maybe gets another deal then. But It's a good deal for him. It's real. I got the details. We posted them at PFT. There's
real.
no fake. There's no fluff.
Right.
It's a straightforward,
he's legit, the highest paid DB in the NFL.
No big crazy back-end number that is aimed like Tyreek Hill's $45 million to get him to $30 million per year.
Yeah.
None of that. It's a real contract.
Can see every cent of this, and as long as he stays healthy and keeps playing the way he does. And he, plain and simple. One, it's really cool to see a safety become the highest paid DB in football. It is, right? And then, Jason Light, what he's doing down there in Tampa, of course he wants to reward this guy. I mean, he drafted him, right? Second round. He's everything you want as a football player, a leader, right? I mean, doesn't blink. Rookie year, taking on Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl and, waving his finger at him and telling him, giving it back to him. I mean, he's got a little edge to him, a little pizzazz.
If he doesn't force the Jared Cook fumble.
Right. Against the Saints in the division
They're down
round,
10.
It's 20 to 10.
The Saints are driving.
Right. They're in deep crap.
And Devin White recovered it, but Antoine Winfield's the one who reached in and pulled that ball out. That was the turning point for the Bucs.
Agreed. That was a huge play in Buccaneers history, right? And it definitely was. And then you not only talk about the leader, the attitude he brings, right? The pedigree, right? He's a professional. His dad, of course, was a great professional, so he knows what he needs to do there. So that's like coaches. Todd Bowles, a defensive coach, he's going to love that. And then Antoine Winfield's one of those guys too that's like, it's more than safety, right? It's Swiss Army knife. It's just defensive back. I mean, he is phenomenal in the slot, playing like the nickel position. He can do everything. Get down in the box, stop the run. He's got a tremendous ball skills. He can cover about as good as any safety in football. So no-brainer here. No-brainer with signing him up. Definitely, without a doubt, one of the best defensive players in the game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is weird that the cornerback market has just kind of dog-paddled
a little bit, right?
Around 20.
There's not the that guy out there right now, maybe, like we've seen in certain years or certain eras where there was, hey, we had a Revis, we had a Jalen Ramsey to kind of push that right now. Who is that guy in football right now at corner? Right? Who is it? Like, I'm talking to you. Like, when you think about who is, Sauce Gardner's in that conversation.
Well, absolutely.
Right?
Sauce will be the one that'll be the highest paid after this season.
Right.
2-time All-Pro in 2 seasons in the NFL. He's the first one that obviously comes to mind.
Yeah, L'Jarius Sneed had the year, but we're not looking at him in the pantheon of things quite yet, right? Jalen Johnson had a great year in Chicago. So we got guys that are kind of up and comers.
They got paid.
They got paid.
But not rim-rocking.
Darrelle Revis, Jalen Ramsey, Deion Sanders. We're going to move the whole market for everybody, right? So it is a little odd. I'm with you. That's why I thought it was intriguing. A safety is the highest paid DB in the game. But, yeah, this is a guy that's worthy of that. And I think as multiple as defenses, we talk about it, right, all the time. You can't be plain and simple on defense anymore in the NFL with how creative some of the good offenses are and everybody moving around. And a guy like Antoine Winfield can do so many things for your defense. There's just great value. He does more for your defense than a great corner. just because of all the different things he can do. Now, I'm not saying it's more valuable than that. A man-to-man shutdown corner is really valuable, but I could certainly see some defensive coordinators thinking a guy like Antoine Winfield is more valuable than a shutdown corner.
We had that clip of him back in week 1 in Minnesota where he went to college and his dad played for the Vikings and he forced that fumble. He's going to get chances to do that twice this year against the Falcons now that Kirk Cousins is in Atlanta. And we were talking about this last night at the thing, and my son's still salty that Winfield isn't a Viking, and we pulled up the draft. Like, who did they took Justin Jefferson. Never mind.
You can't even complain.
Yeah, they would have had to trade up.
Yeah,
they would have had to trade up in round 2 to get Winfield. But, look, the guy can play. There's no doubt about it. It was obvious from when he first got started. This guy's special. He's got it. And, we talked a lot about pedigree this year, McCaffrey, Gore, Rice. I mean, there is something to be said for growing up around the sport.
Definitely.
In the sport.
Right.
You've still got to have the physical attributes.
Yeah.
But when you can meld the two together, you've got the potential to be really special because you're not freaked out by any of it. You've been around it.
That's
you
right.
understand it.
Right.
You can just walk right through the door and act the way that you
You've always
saw your
acted,
dad act.
Exactly. Listen, I know I can speak to that for sure. Yeah, I got a great example setter in my life to go, wait, this is what a pro athlete does? Okay, wait, he gets up like this, he eats like this, he works out like this. Whoa, he's always on top of it. So yeah, that was to me, it was well, that's what you do, right? There was nothing to that. Oh, wait, John Gruden's, ripping me a new, butthole for the 4th time this practice. Well, that's what happens, right? I mean, I saw Bill Parcells do that to my dad. I saw the New York Post write, hey, Phil Simms sucks, all those type of things. Okay, I'm not playing bad, the Tampa media's on me a little bit. Okay, it's okay. I've seen that before. I grew up around that. No big deal. There is value in that. And, they got something going down there in Tampa. They got quite little cool culture of edgy guys, Baker, Antoine, Vita Vea, Kalijah Cansey, Levante David, and of course, Mike Evans and company there. They fly under the radar in a big way.
And they like that.
Yeah.
They like that. Jason Light, the GM, was talking about that last week.
I saw
on
that.
McAfee's show.
Right.
The same stick up the butt that they had last year, justifiably. Nobody respects us. We won the division, and it's Falcons this and Panthers that and Saints this and where are the Bucks? Oh, they're going to stink. That plays perfectly into a coach's hands because your guys don't have a big head and they have a chip on their shoulder, and it's great. No one's hearing how special you are. You still have to go out and prove it because no matter what we do, no one appreciates or recognizes what we're doing. It's very useful for that team. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.